Hi everyone. Do you like our aprons? They're new.
For once in my life, my boobs aren't there. Thank you. Yeah.
They're new.
Tonight, I'm feeling especially short.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's weird.
I'm not short, but
No.
I am shorter than him.
Not by much.
Which is a good thing.
I mean, like not by like a lot. Like you don't normally go, oh look how short she is compared to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to
Fatty's in the kitchen.
Getting better all the time.
Yeah.
That's because Lindsay Marco Polo gave me a little lesson.
True. Hopefully you saw the last episode that had Lindsay Maxon on it, Miss Mason 1996, and her cookies that don't suck. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's fun.
Yeah. And by lesson, I mean she told me I was supposed to be singing a perfect fifth, which I wasn't. I was supposed to be singing a major sixth, but it's neither here nor there. We taught each other a lesson.
I know nothing about music. Listen, this is what I know. Allison had a hankering for chocolate chip cookies, and she sent me a recipe a long time ago. And then she was like, go find that recipe, we're making chocolate chip cookies. So here we are. This is apparently the best chocolate chip cookie recipe in the history of ever.
Yeah, according to the chick on tasty.com, this is it.
The chick. Is that like the guy?
Well, you never see her.
You call the guy when something's wrong?
It's just a bodiless voice, you know, and then the actions of the cookie being made. But she said that they, whoever they are, tested every possible chip, flour, combination, everything, and this
is it.
was it. And you know I gotta try that thing.
Yeah.
Girl has to know. And this is browned butter.
Brown butter.
I've never browned butter before.
Yeah. So we have something new. I'm chopping a chocolate bar and she's browning butter. So it's a new experience for everybody.
Okay. So
What do we start with?
we are going to start with, okay, well, first of all, I have to make an admission to you.
Uh-oh. I don't even know what this is. This is...
The recipe calls for bread flour.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently bread flour gives it a little
Thicker.
chewier,
Cakier.
earthier. Listen, in my world, there's one flour. It's called all-purpose. What more do you need? So we're going with the all-purpose. We are also doubling this for Sheila. Yes.
I just wiped my sweat, so now I gotta wash my hands again.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So any hooch magooch. What we're gonna do here. So it calls for 1 cup bread flour and 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. I'm just going. I'm going with 1 3/4, which doubled is 3.5. Okay.
Are you sure?
1, 2, 3/4 and 3/4 is 1.5. So
Okay.
3.5.
Listen, I'm just here to double check.
I math. Okay.
I don't. I hire people for that.
So, I guess we will. We'll
Do
put
a
it
little
down
tidbit?
here. Yeah. That part, she is done. So, set that aside. Now, here is the fun part. I don't know what to do. Okay, so what it calls for is 2 sticks of butter. If you'll recall from the debacle of our original Rice Krispie Treat episode, not a pound, but I'm using a pound because I'm doubling it. So 4 sticks of butter we put into this here saucepan. And
this is how we're making brown butter?
yes. In a medium or large saucepan, add the butter, melt over medium heat. The larger the pan you use, the quicker the process. I feel good about this pan. So you bring the butter to a boil, stirring frequently. And it explains what happens. It says as water begins to boil out of the butter, the milk solids in the butter separate, sink to the bottom and begin to toast and brown. As this begins to happen, make sure that you stir constantly so the butter browns evenly. It can become foamy. Once the butter has turned a nice nutty brown, you remove it from the heat and you pour it into a large liquid measuring cup to stop the cooking. And then you add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water.
Just to make it equal a cup.
Yep. And then
I watched the video. I remember.
You put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes so that when you're ready to pour it into your egg sugar mixture, it's not so hot. If it's super hot, it will make them greasy. So if it's more room temperature, works out better. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds like you know what you're talking about. I love that.
I read the instructions. I have good reading comprehension. As you see, the bubbles starting to come to the surface, so we are starting to boil. And it said that once it starts boiling, that you stir it constantly. And we're just, I guess,
Waiting for it to turn brown?
a nutty brown, if you will. That's what we're waiting for. So, This part makes me a little nervous because this is what I don't know what I've never done it. I don't know what nutty brown really looks like. Siri, how long does it take to brown butter?
Traffic to brown butter is light, so it should take 1 day 11 hours and 42 minutes via I-40 East.
I don't think that's what I meant.
That's awesome.
I think we're getting somewhere. If I can move the foam, I feel like underneath there, it's starting to get a little bit brown. This process is not for the faint of heart, is all I'm saying. But the foaming, oh yeah, see if I stir it like that? You see
Yeah, it looks brown to me.
the brown underneath there?
I think it's good, yeah.
You see how brown it is?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to tell you all for that experience. That took way longer than we thought.
And we all know Allison has a patience problem.
Yeah. Okay, so you let it, cool for a minute or two. You can see it's like this nice amber, what they call nutty brown, if you will. So you give it a stir, which I would like to state for the record as I stuck my spoon in. All this chunky stuff, which I'm assuming are the fats, the milk solids or whatever. It was like I stuck it into a squish at the bottom. Anyway, so you give it a stir, and since we're doubling it, we need to be at 2 cups, which frankly, where's my cup part? That's not my cup. This is my cup. Where's my 2 cups? Mark. Oh, that's hot. Okay, so you add water. I put 2 tablespoons in. I might not need all 2 tablespoons. Now I might need a little bit more actually, because the foam is, we're about right there actually.
Perfect.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the fridge for 10 minutes, and then we will come back and be ready to do the next part of the cookie making.
Okay, in the fridge.
Once again, Jerry is going to demonstrate his mad knife skills as he chops up the dark chocolate bar.
Oh dear. Okay, here we go. So she says, cut it in diagonals.
You know how videos just make it seem so cinchy winchy? Hers did not do this. It was just like all the way through, but his is pulling up things. I guess I'll have to eat it. I love dark chocolate.
Ugh, I hate dark chocolate.
Most recipes for chocolate chip cookies call for 2 cups of chocolate chips. This recipe called for half a cup. We're doubling it.
There you go.
So
We have
a cup.
chocolate chunks. Look
They're
at that.
beautiful, babe.
Thank you.
Your chocolate chunks are beautiful.
Thank you.
Also, we are so pleased to finally have a reason to use all of our many sized glass bowls. I'd like to give a shout out to Jenny Harvey,
Yes, Jenny Harvey,
Peggy Wright,
who I just saw today,
Allison,
dropping off her cute
Allison
kids.
Robinson, because this was a bridal shower gift from you guys. Stack of glass bowls. So they're coming real in handy for us fatties in the kitchen. I'm just gonna eat these chocolate chips, which I said I don't like. I just don't like them in my cookies. I like them fine right now.
But that's why would okay. But here's what I don't understand: you don't like the chocolate chips and chocolate chip cookies, yet you wanted to make chocolate chip cookies tonight.
Right. Because I just like less is more. I don't know. I'm a complicated person. But also it's because we did a couple of recipes that like melted an entire bag of chocolate chips and they weren't good.
Right.
It was too much.
We haven't really had like fails per se, but we've had things that weren't so good.
Well, yeah. Mostly we've had like 2 super good ones and the rest like
Okay, so true confession: our apple crisp, and by our I mean my mom's apple crisp crescent bars were so good. We're making them again for Father's Day. So, congratulations, Peg, on your apple crisp crescent bars because they're so good. We're doing them again.
Yep. Okay. We are now ready for the putting together of these cookies. So what we're going to do now is do 2 cups of dark brown sugar. 2 cups. All right. 2 cups of the dark brown sugar. 1 cup of white sugar. Now, this recipe has a little fun twisty twist in it, as it
Do
calls
tell.
for espresso powder. They say that it's it's one of those like super flavor enhancers. So, yeah, thought so. I love it. Okay. So this calls for 1 teaspoon, obviously. We're doing 2. So 2 teaspoons of this. Now, this recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla, therefore 4. I feel like that is a lot of vanilla.
But we're gonna do it because that's what the recipe says.
Oh my gosh, Jerry. Heaven forbid we deviate. Oops. We might have gotten 4 1/4. Hope you're happy. Okay. So that is in. And so then what we do, I think this is what we, okay, so vanilla espresso powder, and we pour in the old
Liquid gold is what they call it.
liquid gold, if you will. The browned butter. I cannot tell you how good this smells right now. Holy cow. Because you're getting a mixture of that espresso and the butter and the vanilla. Jerry wishes he could smell right now. I'm telling you that. Oh, yeah. All right. So let's give this a little. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So now we add the eggs. This calls for 2 eggs and 2 egg yolks.
Gross. I can't even.
I've never held egg yolk like that.
I can't even. I literally. That's so gross to me.
That doesn't gross me out because, my hands wash. I did get a little egg white on my phone. That's unfortunate. Now the dry ingredients. And they suggest adding, you know, just like a third at a time. Because you know how flour just, no matter,
Flies.
yeah, no matter how careful you are, it just tends to fly all over.
Does it still smell good?
Yes. Yes, it does smell real good.
Do I have these now?
Now we add the chips
Chocolate chips.
and the chunks. So, and then
Now you fold.
we're folding.
Fold it in.
This is where you know, capture that unincorporated flour, as it were. And get it all mixed in together. It is a very dark and very,
Very dense.
yeah. My arms are a little tired after that. A little bit of a workout, if you will. But, oh, that's,
Can I try it?
you know what it tastes like? It tastes like caramel.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It does.
The best dough you've ever had?
Yeah, that's really good. They also suggest, they're like, if you don't have patience, go ahead and cook them right up. But they actually are awesome and better if you scoop
Wait a
them,
day.
scoop them up like this, and then put them in your fridge overnight. And then you just take them out and pop them in the oven from there. So, and I
But, you know, patience.
can believe that, you know. But who has room for, you know, cookie sheets in their fridge? What the? I do not have room to do such a thing. And you know, when you put cookie dough in a bag, in a tub, whatever, to let it cool overnight, it's a pain in the butt to try, unless you're doing like slicing cookies. All right. I thought we were filming that whole time as I was putting them on, but here they go. Into the oven they go for 10 to 12 minutes on 350. Okay, the timer just went off. I truly, if ever you could have smell, this would be the time, because it's amazing. Amazing. Okay, so. There they are. Them are some big cookies. I'm so used to just like little cookies. So, I'm so excited.
And here's the next pan ready to go in.
Okay. This is a really pretty cookie, if I do say so myself. So, I'm gonna give her a try. I'm supposed to show like the, you know what? It could probably have used, I'll do this next batch for 14 minutes. It says 12 to 14, I did 13. But it is a little bit doughy. But it's a lot of it good. You wanna try it?
Sure.
You wanna not taste it? Okay.
I like that it's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside.
Yeah, it is. It's got a nice little crunch.
That's
and then
fun.
Super soft on the inside.
Ooh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever had a cookie do that before. Thank you.
I got you. Anyway, I'm gonna give this one,
That tastes like a chocolate chip cookie.
I'm gonna give this one home run status.
Wow.
For me. Because
Is it the best chocolate chip cookie you've ever had?
it's really up there. I like the butteriness. I like the espresso hint in there. I can also taste the salt. Yeah, it's real good. Here's the thing. Lots of times chocolate chip cookies they're too sweet. There's something like I hate milk chocolate chip, you know. So anyway, this is so good. Yes.
In the comments down below, let us know, are you a milk chocolate or are you a dark chocolate? I need to know that I'm not alone on this.
How about you just comment in general?
What do you want them to comment?
Anything. I'm just saying, like, you asked for comments, then comment.
Whoa. Whoa. You need to lock it down, Sean.
Okay. Bye.
Alright. Thanks for watching this midweek edition of... That was hysterical. I don't know if you heard that, but that was Max and Maisie.
Ready?
Yeah, ready? Daddy's in the kitchen!
Oh no, that did not work.
What are these?
What do they look like?
That is in the kitchen. You're supposed to be kitchen. Okay, ready?
Well,
That
Maze,
is-
stop.
I'm just saying with you.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, put it down a little bit. Here we go.
Tip it down.
Yep.
Get the whole family here. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Daddy's in the kitchen.